Hello, Joe. Good afternoon. How's it going? All good?
Hi. All good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you. Me too. Then I would like to have an interview with you, and I have prepared several questions asked by myself and also by other Hong Kong punters that they would know more about you. So shall we start now?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank
more
you.
than happy to answer your questions.
Yes, that will be good. Thank you. So the first question is, we want to know, how did you spend your time in this summer staying in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I guess most of us would have stayed here, as there's a lot of restriction. Anywhere you would want to go, you might just spend all your time doing quarantine. So we all decide to stay here in Hong Kong and do the most of it. I did spend my time the best I could. I went out quite a lot, outdoor instead of indoor. I always keep the social distance as it is a protocol. Always using the mask. Obviously, I'm not using now just because I'm at home and I have my own privacy over here. Nobody else around me. Nobody else around me. And I've done a lot of water sport. I've done camping. I've done hiking, and I've done cycling. So I've done the most I could, and I think we just have to accept doing what we can, as we're going through to a very hard time. If we look around us, we actually blessed for being able to still do something, as some other place around the world, they're doing very, very tough. In Hong Kong, I'd say the government here and also the Hong Kong Club, they're doing very well to manage the situation.
So do you enjoy your holiday like this, staying in Hong Kong? Do you enjoy?
I did enjoy. As I said, there is a lot of restriction, yes, but life can still be enjoyable as long as you put in your mind that it can be, and you go for it. You're gonna have fun for sure.
Okay. So Joe, you have been to Japan in recent years. Do you think what is the main difference between the Japan fans and the Hong Kong racing fans?
The main difference about them is, in Japan, they breed horses over there. And here in Hong Kong, they breed the sports. I mean, the sport that the professionals and also the horses can provide. And obviously, it's the betting side of the sport here. It's quite intense. So it's more related to that direction. And in Japan, they actually love having those good horses that they have, and they aim to go overseas and challenge in whatever high stage that is providing international races. As we all know, they come over here in Hong Kong quite often. They can be successful based on the good quality of horses that they've got over there. But here, we can't underestimate Hong Kong horses as well. Neither the standard of the racing here, as it's quite high. We have proven ourselves in international stages like Dubai and some other place all around the world. Even in Japan, recently, maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago, John Moore has taken some of his good horses over there and nearly brought home one of their biggest prize. So that is a big difference, but horses, it's what brings all of us together and get us to really enjoy what horse racing is about, you know? It's just the horses.
Okay, so Japan or Hong Kong, which place you like more?
I honestly like it here more because it's more simple, more smooth. The Jockey Club organized everything in such a way that is, I don't think anywhere else can be as professional. So I had my chance to be there, and I guess if I really wanted to be there, I could make it there. But I myself and my family, we love it here the most, so we decided to stay still here.
Okay, so let us talk about some local jockeys. Do you think what is the main difference between the local jockeys and the foreign jockeys? Is it all about mentally? How about physically?
The physical part of it, the local jockeys here, like Vincent, I don't think I have ever met anybody else any fitter than him. Could be as fit as, but any fitter, no. I quite admire him for how hard work he does work to keep himself in such a well fitness. And I think the advantage that the local jockeys have, it's they start a little bit late, and that does not give them a chance to be in the same path, in the same standard, at the same age. Like Vincent, it's flying, he's doing very well. Yes. But the stage that he is at the moment, if he was in some other places like Brazil, Australia, England, he would be doing as well, much younger. I'm not sure about his age, but I would say you can count probably 5 years younger, 4 to 5 years younger. But no doubt him, Derek, and Jackie Wong, I kind of admire these kids and how well they can ride horses, you know. And here it's very tough because Hong Kong Jockey Club wants competition, and we all come over here. We play it hard, obviously with respect with each other, but we play it in a way that it's very hard for a young jockey and a local jockey to break through. And these three names that I have mentioned about, no doubt they're very, very capable, and they would have done very well anywhere in the world.
Okay, so Joe, can you share with us about the secrets, because that you often overcome from the wide gate and can win the race? Can you share with us how can you do it?
I think, well, it's good to hear that from you. It's good that people are talking about it, but I think any other jockey in Hong Kong can do it as long as they have decent horse underneath. Sometimes we have to deal with very difficult situations, which is outside gates. If you end up being turning wide and coming wide, you are very unlikely to win the race. So then sometimes you have to gamble, just come back quickly, dive in there, try to hold your position, hoping horses in front of you does not come across early enough. And also those ones that are going to end up in front of you are those ones that actually will take you forward instead of dragging you back. So it's a huge combination of a lot of factors, which has got me quite lucky in numbers of occasions of being able to come from outside gates, dive in there and get a good run through.
Okay, so about your riding career in Hong Kong, can you name us 3 most memorable victory here?
The first time I won an international group 1 race in Hong Kong with Abel Friend, that I dragged him back from the outside gate, put him on the fence, saved ground, and they were going fast. Of course, things fall into place to help him to win as easy as he did, but that day he showed how classy he was, and he got a place in my heart in such a way that I will never forget. That's one of those races. Another one has to be the Hong Kong Derby when I won with Rapper Dragon. That was a very special race for many reasons. Horse was going to make history for being the first horse winning the Triple Crown, and for myself being able to win it for the very first time as well over here. So plus the amount of pressure that I was having on me, and you know, that was another very special race, and many others. But I have to pick another one. The third one will be the Gold Cup last season when I won with Time Warp. Because that race, the horse was not one of the favorites. He was pretty much an outsider. And so then being able to win the race was only because of how I divide the section of the race. Build up at the time that I should build, and also put the other horses around me in the race in situation where they were going to find it difficult to beat me. So that would be the third pick of my list that you requested.
Okay, it's okay. So in the last season, you could not regain the premiership, but you could win several big races. And I would like to know, are you satisfied with the result last season?
I'm satisfied because I know I've done well. I know I pushed hard. I know I did not win, not just because of that, because of many factors. In particular, how hard Zach was trying at the end of the season and how not hard I was able to for some other reasons as well. Beaten by Zach, who is an outstanding jockey, has been champion jockey for a couple of times, I would say 4 times if I'm not wrong. And I'm sure whoever was watching the races were enjoying it.
Yes,
it
sure.
ended up not in a way that I wish it, but I cannot go through for the rest of my life regretting for not having won that premiership, because we don't live off the past. We live off the future, of the present and of the future. And that's how is my mindset. I know I still got plenty of wood to burn. I know I can still collect a lot of fruits from my plantations, and this is how I see life. We look forward instead of looking back.
Okay, so in this season, David Hayes is coming back. I remember you partnered with him several years back then. Do you think David Hayes' return can boost your chance to win the premiership this season?
I wouldn't say he can burst my chance of winning the premiership. I will say he will make even the jockeys race be very, very competitive, because I don't think he's going to ally himself to just one jockey. And no doubts that I'm hoping, being the good trainer that he is, being so successful that he's been, I'm just hoping that he gives me some support, and I will definitely, whenever he gives me decent rides, I will make the most of it and try to win on all of them. Knowing that we can't win every race, but of course we gotta go out there and try to, and that's why we do it. And hopefully he take it as a good consideration and give me a good support.
Yes, I hope so. So are the horses that you have already ridden, like Waikuku, Skyfield, and Good Luck Friend, do you have any expectation to them this season?
These 3 names you mentioned are horses that we all should be looking at because they seem promising. As I say, Waikuku has already won his only but quite impressive Group 1 race. Skyfield, his last win in the Class 4, still in Class 4.
Yes.
He's shown to be a very, very high potential kind of a horse. And I'm very sure Casper is going to look after him in a special way, as he kind of expressed that he loves that horse very much to me as well. And Good Luck Friend, what he has done already, it's very impressive. He has gone so high in rating, and that gives anyone else a good impression, including to myself. He is a very, very good potential kind of a horse as well. You see, very, very few horses can win 3 races on the road in the high rating that he is at the moment, including carrying the top weight on their back. So if he's done it, yeah, he deserves credit.
Cool. I'm really looking forward to them. So do you have any prospects that you already secured that you can reveal to us?
Nobody else has a secure ride in Hong Kong. That's how it works. If you're not doing well and if you do mistakes, you're very likely to be replaced. So which is fair. I'm not complaining about that. That means when you are under pressure, you perform at your best. So I don't have, but as you did mention about some horses named just recently, that proves that I do have horses in mind. I do have horses on my book, and hopefully I can get these horses and really get them to perform at their very best. That's my goal. Doing my best, get the best out of the horses, and not just that. I also look for myself in regards to my health, my happiness, my family, like my knowledge. I just want to be better in everything that I do on this coming year. I'm looking forward, and I'm planning to do a lot of new things that will help not just me at the races, but also myself spiritually, mentally, physically, and the well-being of my family.
Okay. Do you want to regain the jockey premiership?
No doubt I do. Of course I do. Knowing that I should respect Zach very much. And of course, other jockeys that has jumped into the system. Alex Badel is a very good jockey. Antoine Hamelin is very good jockey. So these guys will make the dimension of the Jockeys Premiership being very different. Knowing that I do have my chances and everyone else knows it's quite high. And what I can say is I'll be doing my very best. As I do respect some other jockeys, I think I've done enough to deserve respect as well.
And so how about your future goals? Do you want to become a trainer when you retire?
No, I don't think I will be a trainer. I wouldn't say I don't think I'll be a trainer. I will answer you in a better way. I'm not thinking about being a trainer at the moment. If it happens in the future, well, happens, but not because I'm planning right now. And here in Hong Kong, we all know it's very unlikely as very, very few jockeys in history has been able to make it here. Foreigners, just Douglas, which deserves very much. And it's proven already that he is more than capable. But I honestly don't have that goal as he did. And because he did, he was able to achieve being such a professional person that he is.
Okay, thank you. So here is the last question. You can choose not to answer. I know that you love Hong Kong and you will stay here in the future. But I remember that there was a rumor said that you were going to become a stable jockey of Godolphin, which was a hot topic in Hong Kong. Can you tell us, is that rumor true? And are you really almost a Godolphin jockey before?
No. I have been invited to go over to Australia a couple of times to go over there and ride for them. But no, I have never been in touch by them. I have never been offered any job by Godolphin. So probably just because they invited me over to ride some of their horses, and I did have some winners for them in Australia, that's what got people to create these rumors, which was just silly, unnecessary, and actually end up not affecting me, but got me quite upset, because instead of creating such a rumor, they should believe on myself when I said, no, that's not true.
Okay, I see. So thank you, Joe, for your time. This is the end of the interview. Wish you all the best in the coming season. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.